Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Yeah.
sir.
Good evening. Rudrajit, have you done quadratic equations by now?
Yes, sir.
What are your doubts?
Sir, few JEE questions, and I have done the equality parts. Um, Let me say the
Tell me
question.
which questions.
Sir, question number 17 from 5A.
Okay. If x belongs to real, the maximum value of three x square plus 9x plus 17 divided by 3x square 9x plus 7. So such questions, there is a standard way to do it. What you can say is this thing is equal to y, and y is like the output of this expression.
उनके terms में निकालना है.
Now you need to rearrange it and make it a quadratic in x. Make it a quadratic in x. So what will happen here is 3x square plus 9x plus 17 is equal to 3x square into y plus 9xy plus 7y. So bring everything to one side. 3 minus 3y x square plus 9 minus 9y x plus 17 minus 7y. This is a quadratic in x, and they have said that x is real. If x is real, then this quadratic has to have discriminant greater than equal to 0. Rudrajit, are you paying attention what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
Discriminant has to be greater than 0 because x is real. And now you will get a condition on y. So you'll get 9 minus 9y whole square minus 4 into 3 minus 3y into 17 minus 7y is greater than equal to 0. So this becomes 81, 1 minus y whole square minus 12, 1 minus y, 17 minus 7y is greater than equal to 0. You can take 3 into 1 minus y common, and you will get 27 into 1 minus y minus 4 times this. So 68 plus 28y.
Is greater or equal to 0.
So this you will simplify, you will get 27 minus 68, so minus 41, minus 27y and plus 28y, so plus y.
Plus y.
So you are getting 3 times 1 minus y into y minus 41 is greater than equal to 0. So that means this part is greater than equal to 0. By wavy curve method, we will say 1 here and 41 here. If y is bigger than 41, this is positive, but this is negative. So there is negative here. There will be positive here and negative here. So we can see clearly from here that y has to be between this and 41.
41. The maximum value is 41.
So you
Okay.
get the maximum value of y or the range of y, which is basically what? Which is this range of this expression.
Yes, sir.
That is the general process for such questions. But in this problem, you could have done it in a faster way also because everything is so similar.
Sir, कैसे?
Sir,
The
मतलब
whole expression is 10 plus this.
हाँ 3x square plus 9x plus 7 को t मान लेंगे ऐसा
You
है.
will get on top, you will get 3x square plus 9x plus 7 plus 10. So you can divide and say 1 plus 10 by this.
और फिर इसको निकाल लेंगे.
This is the expression. We have to find maximum value of this. So we need to find minimum value of this. Minimum value of any quadratic expression will happen at its vertex, which will be when x is equal to minus b by 2 है. So at x is equal to minus 3 by 2, you put that value here, you will immediately get the maximum. So put x is equal to minus 3 by 2 here, you'll get 3 into 9 by 4 minus 27 by 2 plus 7. So 27 minus 27 by 4 plus 28 by 4. So that is plus 1 by 4. Now you can see it is 40 plus 1, 41. So the answer comes here faster because we can do this. Do you understand the second method?
Yes, sir.
We are trying to find maximum value. So we wrote it like this. We need the minimum value of the denominator of upward facing parabola's minimum value will happen at this point, x is equal to minus b by 2. And we put that value, immediately we'll get 41. But in general, it will not be simple like this all the time. So in general, the method that we did, first method, is the proper method.
Okay, sir.
What's the next question?
Sir, 24 of that part of the page only.
The equation e power sin x minus e power minus sin x minus 4 is equal to 0 has how many real roots? Options are 4 real roots, no real roots, infinite, and 1 real root. Okay, so e bar sin x can be taken as t.
By t
You'll get t minus 1
by
by
t
t.
minus 4 equal to 0. So
Oh,
t square minus 1 minus 4.
From here, we are getting t is equal to,
4t plus 1.
why will you do 4t plus 1? I'll solve
अच्छा, t is
directly.
minus 4, 16 plus 4 by 2. 2 plus minus root of 5.
This is coming as t. Now, e power sin x, you have to think of what are the possible values of that. Now, since sin x is going to be between minus 1 and 1, e power sin x will always be between 1 by e and e, right?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So the minimum value of e power sin x is 1 by e, which is 1 by 2.718 and all. And maximum value of it is 2.718 and all, right?
Yes, sir.
So this you can now check. Root 5 is 2.236. So 2 plus 2.236 is not possible,
2 और 2
right?
माइनस भी नहीं हो सकता.
Similarly, 2 minus 2.236 is also not possible because it's a negative. The roots that you're getting from the quadratic do not fit the variable's possible values.
So 0 real roots.
Do you understand what is happening?
तो आपने वैल्यू को वहां पर चेक किया है कि वो काम कर रहा है कि नहीं इक्वेशन के अंदर.
I don't understand what you're saying.
मतलब जो वैल्यूज आया है टी का, आपने वो उधर ई टू द पावर साइन एक्स के अंदर चेक किया कि वो काम कर रहा है कि नहीं, मतलब.
नहीं, चेक नहीं किया. ई पावर साइन एक्स का वैल्यू क्या रेंज में हो सकता है? व्हाट आर द पॉसिबल वैल्यूज ऑफ ई पावर साइन एक्स? ई पावर साइन एक्स का वैल्यू कभी ई पावर माइनस 1 या ई पावर 1 इससे ज्यादा या इससे छोटा हो सकता है क्या?
नहीं.
ई पावर माइनस 1 का वैल्यू क्या है?
अच्छा.
ई पावर 1
1
का वैल्यू ये है. The variable that you have chosen can only have values between this and this.
ओके.
What are the values you are getting from the quadratic?
सर
One
2.
of them is negative, one of them is very big. तो फिट होगा क्या वो कभी इसमें?
नहीं नहीं.
There is no real root then. समझ में आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है?
यस सर।
तुम्हारा वेरिएबल ही वैसा वैल्यू ले नहीं सकता है। क्वाड्रेटिक का रूट्स आने से कोई मतलब नहीं है अगर तुम्हारा वेरिएबल इज नॉट capable of taking these values.
हम्म,
What is the next one?
सर 4A 3 नंबर।
Show that if PQRS are real numbers, if PQRS are real and PR is equal to 2 times Q plus S, then at least one of the equations has real roots. ऐसा क्वेश्चन हम लोग ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं। 2-3 questions I've already done in class. Maybe you were absent or not paying attention. Aniket, do you remember we have done several questions like this?
yes, sir.
At least one of these quadratics have real roots. Obviously, we should look at the discriminants of these quadratics. The discriminant of this one is p square
P
minus
square
4q.
4Q and R
Discriminant of
square.
this one is r square minus 4s.
Hmm.
Check what is happening when we add them. Delta 1 plus delta 2. P square plus r square minus 4 times q plus s.
हाँ, और फिर यहाँ से निकाल देंगे।
रुद्रो जी, तुमको समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ अभी?
यस सर।
यहाँ पे ये कंडीशन से बोल सकते हैं कि 4 टाइम्स क्यू प्लस एस इज 2 PR।
यार फिर वहाँ पे P प्लस, तो अगर सम पॉजिटिव है तो सर एक तो पॉजिटिव होगा ही होगा। ऐसे हमने क्यूबिक में भी किया था क्वेश्चन।
रुद्रजीत, कैन यू सी व्हाट इज हैपनिंग हियर?
यस सर।
तो कैन यू सी दैट दिस इज p माइनस आर होल स्क्वायर ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 0?
हम्म।
तो
ओके।
अगर डेल्टा 1 प्लस डेल्टा 2 डिस्क्रिमिनेंट इज एडिंग अप टू पॉजिटिव, इज इट पॉसिबल फॉर बोथ टू बी नेगेटिव?
नो सर। नो सर।
बोथ कांट बी नेगेटिव, इतना तो गारंटीड है।
हम्म।
If both are not negative, then any one of them is positive. That means at least one of the equations has
रियल रूट।
real roots.
हाँ
This is a question we have already done in our previous classes. ऐसे 2-3 क्वेश्चन कर चुके हैं, तुम ध्यान ही नहीं दे रहे हो। फिर तुम पुराने वाले वीडियो देखते भी हो कहीं प्लेलिस्ट पे जो जा रहा है वीडियोस क्लास? कुछ
सर,
भी
कभी
देखे
कभी
हो?
देखता, कभी कभी देखता हूँ। सब नहीं देखता।
तो ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है कि क्लास में पहले डिस्कस हो चुका है और तुमको आता नहीं है? ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए ना।
यस सर। आगे से नहीं
हम्म?
होगा सर।
अगर क्लास में कोई चीज डिस्कस हो चुकी है वो आना चाहिए कम से कम उतना। अगर तुमने क्लास मिस किया है तो तुमको देखना चाहिए वीडियो।
यस सर।
नेक्स्ट बताओ कौन सा है?
हम्म। सर 6 नंबर 4A 6 नंबर।
Find the range of values of a for which f of x is equal to this thing, ax square plus 9a plus 4 divided by square minus 8x plus 32 is always negative. इस क्वेश्चन में फर्स्ट चीज तुमको देखना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये फ्रैक्शन है, one of the things, the denominator is very easy to figure out.
हम्म,
You can
तो
easily
वो
see
हमेशा
that this is
पॉजिटिव।
x square minus 8x plus
हाँ
16
हाँ, तो
plus
हमेशा पॉजिटिव
16.
दिखाएगा। तो सर वो तो उससे भी देख सकते थे, डिस्क्रिमिनेंट से भी। कि उसका नेगेटिव है तो हमेशा वो रहेगा।
This denominator is clearly always greater than equal to 16.
हम्म।
So denominator is always positive, is always positive. So how can we make f of x always negative? Obviously, the numerator has to be negative.
And this means the graph is downward parabola, and sir a is also negative.
You have to make the upper quadratic always negative. रुद्रजीत कुछ समझ में आ रहा है?
यस सर।
कैसे होगा ऑलवेज नेगेटिव?
से ए नेगेटिव होना पड़ेगा, मतलब
तुमको
एंड
6
दूसरा
ग्राफ्स जो
मैंने
बताया गया है उसमें से
दूसरा
कौन सा
मैंने
ग्राफ है ये?
जो सिक्स्थ वाला था, लास्ट वाला।
ऐसा ग्राफ हो सकता है, ऐसा भी हो सकता है, ऐसा भी हो सकता है, और
सर पहला
ऊपर
पहला
वाले भी
पहला
हो सकते हैं।
सर लास्ट वाला जो आपने बनाया है वो वाला।
अनिकेत, मुझे पता है कि तुमको आता है, मैं रुद्रजीत से ही बात कर रहा हूँ।
तो लास्ट वाला क्यों होगा, मतलब
कौन सा ग्राफ है अभी? कौन सा होना चाहिए था कि ऑलवेज नेगेटिव हो?
नेगेटिव हो, मतलब इधर डिस्क्रिमिनेंट को वो लेस देन होना चाहिए ना जीरो से, फिर तो वो होगा, मतलब थर्ड सिक्स्थ वाला होगा।
कोई और ऐसा ग्राफ है जिसमें ऑलवेज नेगेटिव है पैराबोल?
क्या सर?
कोई और ग्राफ है जिसमें ऑलवेज नेगेटिव है पैराबोला?
सर
वन
4 5 6 के अंदर ही तो है, पैराबोला तो नेगेटिव है ना।
ओ, ऑलवेज नेगेटिव है? ऑलवेज वर्ड नहीं आता है तुमको मतलब? ऑलवेज वर्ड का मतलब समझ में आता है?
हाँ, हर वक्त होगा वो नेगेटिव।
यहाँ 5 ग्राफ हर वक्त नेगेटिव है क्या?
नहीं नहीं, अच्छा अच्छा, सिक्स्थ वाला फिर होगा सर।
4 वाला ग्राफ हर वक्त नेगेटिव है?
नहीं,
क्यों?
वो जो एक्स मतलब जो रूट होगा वो जीरो हो जाएगा,
तो कौन सा ग्राफ वैलिड है?
सिक्स्थ वाला ही होगा।
उसका क्या कंडीशंस होता है?
ए लेस देन जीरो, और डिस्क्रिमिनेंट भी जीरो होता है।
जीरो होता है कि लेस देन जीरो होता है?
लेस देन जीरो होता है।
तो जीरो होता है बोलोगे तो सब गलत हो जाएगा फिर। डिस्क्रिमिनेंट जीरो इसमें होता है।
हम्म।
कंडीशन पता है, अब यही कंडीशन लिखना है इसमें अब। a less than 0 and discriminant which is 4a plus 1 whole square minus 4a into 9a plus 4 is also less than 0। इसको सॉल्व करके a का रेंज आ जाएगा।
आ जाएगा, और
तो
वो करना
एक
पड़ेगा शायद, वेवी कर्व मेथड।
जो भी करना पड़ेगा, यहाँ पे क्वाड्रेटिक आएगा, इनइक्वालिटी 4 यू कैन कैंसिल। You will get a square plus 2a plus 1 minus 9a square minus 4a is less than 4. If you simplify it, you get minus 8a square minus 2a plus 1 less than 0. You can multiply by minus 1 and make it 8a square plus 2a minus 1 greater than 0.
हम्म।
इसको कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे? तो
सर वो करना पड़ेगा, फैक्टराइज करना पड़ेगा।
फैक्टराइजेशन हो रहा है अभी, वहाँ हो रहा है। अगर फैक्टराइजेशन नहीं हो रहा होता तो रूट्स के तब भी हो सकता है ना सॉल्व।
तब कैसे करेंगे सर वो?
मान लो फैक्टराइज नहीं हो रहा होता तो तुम इसके ग्राफ को नहीं बना सकते हो कि इसको, ये पैराबोला
हाँ
अपवर्ड फेसिंग पैराबोला है और डिस्क्रिमिनेंट इज पॉजिटिव, सो इट विल बी अ ग्राफ लाइक दिस।
हाँ हाँ, बना सकते हैं।
अगर उसका ग्राफ बना देते तो तुम बोलते कि रूट्स के आगे और रूट्स के पीछे पॉजिटिव है।
हम्म
सो यू विल से ए शुड बी बिगर देन दिस रूट एंड स्मॉलर देन दिस रूट।
और नीचे वाला वो नेगेटिव हो जाएगा फिर।
बीच में नेगेटिव होगा, बट वी डोंट केयर अबाउट नेगेटिव राइट नाउ, हम लोग ग्रेटर देन जीरो को सॉल्व करना है.
हम्म
In this question, the roots of this are basically simple only. You can factorize it and get it also. 8a square plus 4a minus 2a minus 1. So 4a, 2a plus 1 minus 1, 2a plus 1. So roots are 1 by 4 and minus half.
हम्म
A should be greater than 1 by 4 or A should be less than minus half. These are the two conditions we are getting from the discriminant, right?
यस सर.
But we also have a condition here, A should be less than 0. So we are going to reject this answer, right?
हम्म
And our combined answer will be this only, A less than minus half. Because it satisfies both the conditions.
यस सर.
Do you understand what is happening?
यस सर.
ये सब बेसिक ही है, कुछ इसमें दिक्कत नहीं है. तुमको देखना है डिनोमिनेटर इज पॉजिटिव, only numerator has to be made negative, and after that look at the graph which one is appropriate.
ओके सर.
What is the next one?
सर 14. 5/14.
5 है कि 4 है?
5 है.
Okay. If the equation this equation where a1 is not equal to 0, n is greater than 2, greater than equal
ग्रेटर देन
to,
इक्वल्स टू 2.
as a positive root.
यार लॉग से होगा क्या? लॉग लेना पड़ेगा क्या?
Terms are a equal to alpha. Okay. If the equation here has a positive root alpha, then the equation, this one, has a positive root which is what? तुम तो बोल रहे थे तुमने कैलकुलस किया है ना कल?
कैलकुलस वो फिजिक्स के अंदर किया है.
तो तुमने तो डिफरेंशिएशन ये सब तो कर लिया है ना पहले से.
थोड़ा बहुत किया है. मतलब फिजिक्स के अंदर जितना होगा लगेगा.
हम्म. थोड़ा बहुत किया है, ज्यादा नहीं किया है.
हाँ सर.
नहीं, शुरू में मुझे याद आ रहा है कि तुम 12th का ही मैथ साथ में कर रहे थे, ऐसा कुछ बोल रहे थे.
सर 12th का फिजिक्स कर रहा था. फिजिक्स
हम्म.
एंड केमिस्ट्री.
तो इसमें क्या कैलकुलस लगा सकते हो? अनिकेत, व्हाट कैन यू डू अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन?
तो मैं तो छोटे एग्जांपल से पहले देख रहा हूँ कि आएगी क्या वैल्यूज, क्योंकि इसमें हमें प्रूफ तो करना नहीं है. तो
तुमने
मैंने
पहले
इनको
किया था
टू.
ये क्वेश्चन ट्राई?
नहीं, मैं देखा नहीं था फिर, मिस हो गया होगा. सॉरी.
तुमने सारे एक्सरसाइजेस ट्राई नहीं किए हैं?
मैंने किए थे, ये मिस हो गया होगा या उस समय मैंने स्किप कर दिया होगा, फिर भूल गया उसके बाद में।
जो चीज सीखना है उसको स्किप नहीं करना चाहता। ये सारे
यस।
एक्सरसाइजेस जो भी ये मॉड्यूल में है, ये 100% कंपलसरी है कि सब चीज आना चाहिए।
हम्म।
तो
सर
फिर
सर लॉग से होगा क्या? मैंने सोचा था कि लॉग से होगा, क्योंकि इधर पावर्स के अंदर n-1 है। तो डिस्क जो ए के नीचे जो वैल्यूज है n-1, तो वही तो ऊपर जा रहा है। तो
लॉग से क्या फायदा होगा तुमको? सम ऑफ टर्म्स अगर है उसका लॉग लोगे तो कैसे उसको सिंप्लीफाई करोगे? तुमको लगता है कि अगर तुम्हारे पास x+y+z 3 टर्म्स है उसका लॉग लेने से कोई फायदा हो रहा है? क्या करोगे फिर?
नहीं नहीं, मतलब जो मतलब उधर है कि n a n x n-1 प्लस n-1 a n x-2। तो उधर n जो आया है n-1, ऊपर से अगर देखेंगे तो n-1 का पावर ही तो मतलब नीचे आया है ना। बेस बेस से मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा था।
सर आंसर लेस देन ये है क्या मतलब?
आंसर का अभी अभी
सी।
आंसर हमारा पॉइंट नहीं है।
सी। ठीक है सर।
कुछ लॉजिक चाहिए मुझे, आंसर से कोई मतलब नहीं है मुझे।
मतलब
गिव
एग्जांपल
मी
से
सम
देखना है।
एग्जाम्पल से देखना इज नॉट पॉसिबल हियर। व्हाट डू यू मीन एग्जाम्पल से देखना? n इज ग्रेटर देन 2, क्यूबिक या हायर डिग्री इक्वेशन है, तुम एग्जाम्पल से कैसे देख रहे हो?
सर n
मतलब
इज इक्वल टू और ग्रेटर देन 2 हो गया सर, तो मैंने n2 ले लिया।
तो फिर क्या कर रहे हो?
सर a1 को 1 मान लिया, a2 को 2 मान लिया, a3 को मैं -3 मान लिया, क्योंकि लास्ट वाली पॉजिटिव होनी चाहिए, और फिर उससे देख के कर लिया
You
मैंने।
should get rid of these habits.
ओके सर।
This is not fitting for someone who wants to learn maths. This is fitting for someone who wants to crack objectives without any knowledge. Tukka. This is the Tukka method that is taught in coaching classes. We don't want to do this. If you're learning maths and especially you are attending Olympiad classes, how can you respect yourself by doing such things? समझ में आ रहा है? ये सब
हाँ।
अलाउड नहीं है। सही तरीके से करना है या फिर नहीं होगा। ये सब करना उसके लिए शोभा देता है जिसको कुछ आता नहीं है। तुम्हारा वो ऑब्जेक्टिव है वैसा बनना।
नो सर।
हाँ, तो ये सब मेथड नहीं चलेगा यहाँ पे। सही मेथड से सोच के बताओ।
सर
और
सर एक डाउट है।
रुद्रजीत,
सर एक
रुद्रजीत, आई एम
डाउट है।
रियली सरप्राइज दैट
सर
तुमको ये
सर सर
लॉग
एक
लग रहा
डाउट है
है।
सर। सर हमने पहले को, अगर पहले इक्वेशन को डिफरेंशिएट किया तो सेकंड इक्वेशन मिल जाएगी ना? सेकंड ही तो इक्वेशन है, पहले के डिफरेंशिएट करके।
हाँ, लेकिन
तो
रुद्रजीत तुमको ये क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है कि डिफरेंशिएशन है? तुम बार बार लॉग बोल रहे हो। तुमने तो फिजिक्स में डिफरेंशिएशन सीखा होगा ना?
डिफरेंशिएशन होगा।
ये सब ऑब्वियस चीजें दिखनी चाहिए चाहिए कि डिफरेंशिएशन है डायरेक्ट। लेकिन उसके बाद डिफरेंशिएशन है तो उससे क्या करोगे?
तो ऊपर वाले इक्वेशंस को डी एक्स से अगर डिफरेंशिएट कर दें तो हो जाएगा शायद।
दैट एवरीबडी हैज सीन नो। फिर नेक्स्ट क्या है? उससे क्या फायदा हुआ? दिख गया सबको कि इसका डेरिवेटिव है ये।
ये 1 1 डिग्री लोअर होगा।
कितने रूट्स पता है तुमको f(x) = 0 के?
इतनी डिग्री होगी उस उतने।
सब पता है क्या सारे n रूट्स?
नहीं
नहीं
सर।
अब।
अभी कितने रूट्स पता है f(x) के?
एक
एक रूट,
पॉजिटिव रूट करेंगे।
एक नहीं।
और कोई रूट नहीं पता है।
हाँ सर, एक्स को अगर कॉमन ले ले तो एक्स जीरो हो जाएगा, तो एक्स।
अभी तक दो रूट्स पता है, एक जीरो एक अल्फा, राइट?
हम्म।
यस सर।
Alpha is positive and one root is zero. Now, anybody who has studied a little bit of calculus, for them this question is super easy because this is f dash x equals zero equation. What is Rolle's theorem?
रोल्स थ्योरम
For people who know a little calculus.
नहीं पढ़ा सकते।
फिजिक्स के अंदर जितना है उतना ही किया है।
Mhm. Rolle's theorem says that, or an application of Rolle's theorem is that between any two roots of f of x is equal to 0, there is a root of f dash x is equal to 0. What do I mean by that? The point is,
अच्छा, तब तो फिर ये तो इस थ्योरम से देखे तो फिर वो हो ही गया फिर, अगर हम वैसे देख रहे हैं। लेकिन सर ये होता क्या है सर थ्योरम?
let's say we have some f of x. Rolle's theorem says that if f of x is continuous over some interval a to b and is differentiable in the interior of that interval a to b. This continuity and differentiability concept you will learn soon. So for now, you should just know that all polynomials are always continuous and differentiable everywhere.
नहीं सर, इसका मतलब पता भी है सर दोनों का,
तो कंटिन्यूअस मतलब?
कि कहीं ब्रेक ना हो फंक्शन, मतलब जहाँ पे
अच्छा
कोई।
अच्छा, वैल्यूज के अंदर। हाँ।
ऐसे करके मतलब नहीं पता करना है तुमको, बुक में पढ़ के एनसीईआरटी से सीखना होगा और थियरी जानना होगा अच्छे से। अभी मैं
सर आपने।
बता नहीं रहा हूँ, अभी ये पॉइंट नहीं है बताने का,
मतलब
बट इट
डोमेन
इज।
से, डोमेन होगा कॉन्टिन्यूअस, वही कह रहे हैं जी।
नहीं, there is, domain is not continuous, function is continuous
हम्म।
or function is differentiable. I am not going to be telling you what continuity and differentiability is. If you are curious, you have to find it yourself by reading from the book.
यस सर।
All I am telling you is that all polynomials are continuous and differentiable. In Rolle's theorem, function has to be continuous and differentiable over some interval. Then the theorem says that if f of a is equal to f of b, then there exists a real number c belonging to the set a to b such that f dash of c is 0. This is the statement of the theorem. If f of a is equal to f of b, दोनों इंटरवल के एंड पॉइंट्स पे अगर फंक्शन का वैल्यू सेम है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे फंक्शन का वैल्यू 0 है दोनों पॉइंट पे, राइट? अगर फंक्शन का वैल्यू सेम है इंटरवल के एंड पॉइंट्स पे, तो उस इंटरवल में समवेयर कहीं पे ऐसा एक सी होगा जहां पे डेरिवेटिव विल बी 0।
उसका रूट। ओ।
दैट इज ऑब्वियस बिकॉज अगर फंक्शन यहाँ पे एक वैल्यू है और यहाँ पे थोड़ी देर के बाद भी सेम वैल्यू है, तो इट कैनॉट बी दैट इट वाज कॉन्स्टेंटली गोइंग अप, राइट?
यस सर।
it has to turn and it has to come back down. If it went down, it had to come back up. And at the point where it turns, the slope of the curve is 0,
Yes,
which
sir.
means the derivative at this point has to be 0. That is called a turning point, or that is called a critical point where the derivative is 0. If the values of the function at two points are equal, then the function has to turn. And if it turns, that at that point of turning, the derivative is 0. Right?
Yes, sir.
Now the values at the endpoints don't have to be 0. They can be any value as long as they are equal. For example, ऐसे करके यहाँ पे बोल सकते हैं ये पॉइंट और ये पॉइंट का वैल्यू एफ ऑफ ए और एफ ऑफ बी सेम है, तो बीच में कहीं पे उनके बीच में एक टर्निंग पॉइंट होना चाहिए.
Yes, sir.
There will be a c in the interval a to b such that f dash c is 0. A direct consequence of this is that if there is a polynomial with two roots, we know two roots. We know there is a root at 0, we know there is a root at alpha, right? जो
Yes.
हमारा क्वेश्चन में था, f of x is equal to 0 has two roots, 0 and alpha. We know polynomials are always continuous and differentiable, so we can directly apply Rolle's theorem to the polynomial, and we can say that between 0 and alpha there will be some point where slope of the derivative is 0. F dash x will be 0 at some x is equal to c, and c lies between
0 and
0 and
alpha.
alpha. So automatically that tells you that f dash x is equal to 0, जो भी equation होगा उसका एक root, one root will be there between the two roots of the f of x, right?
वो पॉजिटिव भी होगा तो हमारा क्वेश्चन भी हो गया.
Between two roots of f of x, there is always one root of f dash x. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
understand what is happening?
Yes, sir.
So that is the way to solve this question. In general, Rolle's theorem can be used for situations like this where you have cubics and all, for example. Cubics like this, let's say. So you can say that if your f dash x is a cubic, or f of x is a cubic. This is a cubic equation. It has three roots. Then between any two roots of the cubic, there will be a root of the derivative, right? Between any two roots. So you can say that अगर क्यूबिक को डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो एक क्वाड्रेटिक बनेगा.
Yes, sir.
So you can say that क्यूबिक के रूट्स अगर अल्फा बीटा गामा है, ये अल्फा है, ये बीटा है, ये गामा है. These are the three roots of the cubic. We know that the roots of the quadratic that come after differentiating the cubic will have one root between alpha beta, one root between beta gamma. These are the roots of the quadratic, let's say a and b. One of them has to be between alpha and beta, one of them has to be between beta and gamma. Because the function has to turn, and when it turns, the slope of the tangent will be 0 at that point.
Yes, sir.
So that is the underlying theory for question 14. The answer is obviously C. Smaller than alpha. Next.
No doubts, sir. इसके बाद आपको डाउट नहीं है. और
Okay.
थोड़ा बहुत है वो कर लेंगे.
Then we'll start with sequence and series.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So basically, it's a small chapter. You should look at the module that is shared in the drive. There are only 16 pages of theory. There are only a limited things to know, some of which you already know because you have done 10th grade maths in CBSE. You know what is an AP, right?
Yes, sir.
AP is a sequence of numbers where the difference between any two numbers is always constant, right?
Yes, sir.
There will be a first term of an AP which will be A, let's say, and there will be something called a common difference. And the common difference is D. Now, you can say that this is T1, this is T2, this is T3, and so on. So you can write Tn and it will be A plus n minus 1 into D. So the general term of an AP, is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Notice that the nth term has n minus 1 into D. The second term has 2 minus 1 into D, right?
Yes, sir.
Then there is a formula for sum to n terms of an AP. Sum to n terms of an AP. That formula will derive. The formula is like this. You might have seen this formula in 10th grade also, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the derivation?
सर वो दोनों इक्वेशंस को उल्टा करके लिखना है.
So if you write it like this and you repeat the same expression but write it in the reverse order, right?
First to last one.
Yes, sir.
Then you will notice that when you add it, each of these will become same. The vertical addition of T1 and Tn and T2 and Tn minus 1 and T3 and Tn minus 2, you can check, will always be the same. For example, this T1 is A and this is A plus n minus 1 D. So the addition is 2A plus n minus 1 into D.
By 2.
Any other, if you check also, T3 would be A plus 2D and this would be A plus n minus 3D. So it will become 2A plus n minus 3 plus 2 is n minus 1 only, right?
Yes, sir.
So all of these brackets will be same value. So there are n such brackets. So it is n times of this, right?
Yes, sir.
So from there we get that the formula for Sn is n by 2, 2A plus n minus 1 into D, which can also be written as n by 2, A plus n minus 1 into D. So this is also n by 2 first term plus nth term, right?
Yes, sir.
So these are your formulas for sum of n terms of an AP. Similarly, you can understand a GP, which is a geometric progression where the terms are multiplied by some constant. So every time there is a common ratio R that is multiplying any term to get the next term. So in this GP sequence, you get Tn is going to be A R power n minus 1, right?
Yes, sir.
And similarly, you have to derive the sum of a GP. So if you do sum of a GP, it is A plus AR, sum to n terms, AR squared till A R power n minus 2 plus A R power n minus 1. Now, I want to find the sum expression. So here there is a slightly different trick. What you do is multiply by R this equation. When you multiply by R this equation, you should realize first term that comes is AR, right?
Yes, sir.
But you don't write it below it, you write it, shift it one step and
Once
write it from
and
here.
hmm.
So when you do that, you will get things like this. Like this you will get, right?
Yes, sir.
And now you can subtract because you can see that many of the terms will get cancelled fully, right?
Yes, sir.
The ones that will be left is this term will be left and this first term will be left because you're subtracting 0 from it. You'll get A minus A R power n. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So Sn will become A common 1 minus R power n by 1 minus R. So this is the formula for sum of a GP. अनिकेत तुमको समझ में आ रहा है ना क्या हो रहा है?
हाँ हाँ,
ये सब किया हुआ है ना पहले?
नहीं किया तो नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ आप समझ आ गया।
जीपी नहीं पढ़ाया होता है 10th में?
सर उन्होंने नहीं पढ़ाया था।
Okay, these are very basic concepts. Then one more concept in GP is sometimes you might have to do a GP sum, but not to n terms, to infinite terms. Obviously, this is not going to be defined all the time. If your R, mod R, is greater than 1, sum to infinity is going to be either plus infinity or minus infinity.
हाँ
Because if the number R has a magnitude bigger than 1, then the second term will be larger than the first term or smaller than the first term always, right? अगर ऐसा situation होता है तो the sum is going to be infinite, either positive or negative. So we say that it is not defined properly, right?
बट अगर R छोटा है तब?
But if mod R is less than 1, then sum to infinity is finite. And in that
फाइनाइट।
case, we have to find it. So in that case, we will say that we already know sum to n terms is this, right? This was the expression for sum to n terms. What
Yes.
we need to do is n should go to infinity, right?
Yes, sir.
N should become very large. So if you think about it, if n is becoming very large and your r is having magnitude less than 1,
जीरो के पास जाते रहेगा।
mod r is less than 1, then r power n will tend to 0.
Yes, sir.
As n tends to infinity, r power n tends to 0. So this term is going to get ignored and sum to infinity is going to become a by 1 minus r.
Yes, sir.
So that is the formula for an infinite GP sum. But it only works when the modulus of your common ratio is less than 1. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then there is a third series which is HP, and that is harmonic progression. So we'll discuss what that is. Harmonic progression. So we say that we can say that the numbers A1, A2, A3, AN are in HP if and only if the reciprocals of the numbers are in AP. So basically that is the definition of an HP. If you say that these numbers are in HP, what it really means is that the reciprocals of these numbers are in AP. Okay. So
Yes,
for
sir.
HP, if I want to find the nth term of this sequence, right? What I will say is 1 by A1, 1 by AN are in AP, right? So I can find the common difference of this, right? So the common difference D will be simply 1 by A2 minus 1 by A1, right?
Yes, sir.
And the nth term of this AP I can easily find. Tn of the AP will be 1 by A1 first term plus n minus 1 into common ratio is 1 by A2 minus 1 by A1, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Once I have found the nth term of my AP, all I have to do is take reciprocal of that. 1 by Tn is the corresponding nth term of HP. Right?
Yes, sir.
So there is no direct formula to find nth term of an HP, but you should not try to remember it also. Always you have to convert it to AP and then from there you have to find.
Okay, sir.
You have to convert it to an AP, find the nth term of the AP, and when you have found it, then you have to take a reciprocal of that. That will be your nth term of HP. Correct?
Yes sir.
Also, there is no sum formula for an HP. If you need to find the sum of terms, what you should do is convert it into an AP, find the sum of those AP terms, right? But after that, it will still be difficult because sum of these is not going to be directly related to the sum of these, right?
Hmm.
Like suppose you have three numbers which are in HP, A, B, C. I know that 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C are in AP.
Hmm.
But it is difficult to predict the sum of the HP term, which is A plus B plus C. Even though you can find this, it might be hard to from here get this, right?
हाँ.
Yes sir.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes
Yes.
sir.
अगर ये पता भी हो तो फिर हो सकता है तब भी थोड़ा मुश्किल हो ये निकालना. So there is no sum formula for HP. There is no general term for an HP. You have to use your knowledge of AP to solve HP problems usually. So it depends on the question and you have to use your common sense there. There is also one more type of series called AGP, which is called arithmetico-geometric series, which is a combination of both arithmetic and geometric progressions. So in this, you have a situation like this. You have A, second term is A plus D into R. Third term is A plus 2D into R square. And like this. So the nth term will be A plus n minus 1 D multiplied by R power n minus 1.
Yes, sir.
So this kind of situation also could happen. Now, suppose we want to find the sum of this series up to this nth term. So again, a similar trick that we have seen before. So technically we have to do this. Technically, this is the question.
We have to
We have
multiply.
to, this is my last term of the AGP, right? So what you will do here is same thing that we learned in GP. We'll multiply by common ratio of GP and shift it one step like this. Rudrojit, are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes sir.
So you're shifting it one step. So there is an extra term here which will be A plus n minus 1 into D multiplied by R power n, right?
Yes sir.
And then we subtract. Nothing happens to this because nothing to subtract. So A will come. But here dr will get cancelled, right?
Yes sir.
No, AR will get cancelled.
AR, DR,
dr will remain. And here notice what will remain. Dr square.
Only dr square.
DR square, yes.
And then dr cube. Here what will be remaining is dr power n minus 1.
That's one. Yes, sir.
और ये टर्म माइनस हो जाएगा.
तो फिर सर इसका हम निकाल ही सकते हैं क्योंकि वो जीपी सम ऑफ जीपी फॉर्मूला है.
This is a GP, so you can calculate the sum of this GP and
d into 1 minus
this
r by
whole thing, if you simplify it, it is equal to Sn into 1 minus R.
Oh.
This thing.
हाँ.
Obviously, there is nothing surprising here.
जब आपने इसको कर दिया.
So finally, you have to simplify this, combine this and all, and divide by 1 minus R to get your required sum. There is no point in trying to remember the formula. You have to do this operation whenever the time comes. Don't try to remember it. There are people who try to remember these things. They are not using their head. You cannot remember this. You have to remember the steps and do the steps.
Okay, sir.
So all the major types of series we have discussed. What you need to do now is go through the theory, page 1 to 16 in sequence and series. Go through the theory, examples, see how much you can do, what you are getting stuck at, find out the doubts. and those we'll discuss in the next class.
तो नेक्स्ट क्लास कब होगा?
कुछ दिन में होगा, 2-3 दिन में.
ओके सर.
Do it so that we can do the next class soon. You have to study and come. No, next class अगर हो जाएगा और तुम पढ़े नहीं हो तो कोई पॉइंट नहीं होगा.
यस सर.
16 पेज की थियरी है. It can be done in 1 or 2 days if you spend some time. So then we can do the next class quickly and finish the theory and start the exercises.
ओके सर.
So work on it and we'll continue from this point.
थैंक यू सर.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's all for now.